Plan B with Sarina Bellissimo. The biggest stars, gossip, events, and the biggest tunes. Plan B, your weekend fix.
Director Asif Kapadia has directed one of my all-time favourite documentaries, Senna. So when I found out he was bringing Amy Winehouse's story to the big screen, I knew this could be something special. And you know what? He didn't disappoint. He delivers a stunning and unflinchingly honest insight into the person that was Amy Winehouse. I'm thrilled to say he joins me on the line now. Asif, congratulations and welcome.
Thanks. Good to talk to you. Thank you.
I've seen this documentary described as a film about love. Now, before I'd seen it, that is not one word that I would associate with this documentary. Tell me why it is all about love.
Oh, but having seen it, do you agree?
I totally agree.
I mean, it's about all these different forms of love. It's about, being part of a family, being in love with someone, having a relationship, breaking up with someone, friendships. It's really the thing that I guess Amy wanted more than anything. Maybe at different points of her life she didn't feel she got. And really the film that sums it up, Love is a Losing Game, I think that is a song that sums up her life more than anything.
I felt so many different emotions as if when I was watching this. There was some part of I was in awe of her talent, I was sad, I was heartbroken, and I was so angry. When you were going through the footage, how were you feeling? And then when you got to see the end product, what emotions were you feeling?
I think along the way, I have to say, I think you've put it spot on, really. I felt everything that you said. There were moments when you think, oh my God, she's really funny. I had no idea she was so funny. She picks up a guitar and she sings. She's amazing. You're like, wow, what a voice. And then she writes and you read these lyrics and you go, that is so clever. That's so brilliant. She's so creative and original. And then there are other points when you see her being attacked and the nastiness and the decisions of people around her, and you just think, you feel so terribly sorry for her and angry at why this is allowed to go on and why it went on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
There were so many opportunities, it felt like, when things could have been done to stop the train, but actually just kept going, and it seems inevitable that she's going to die.
It's really hard to say, I enjoyed this film because I did walk away feeling... I just did feel so heartbroken for a little while, but it was a stunning film that you have put together, but not everyone agrees. Mitch Winehouse has come out to say he doesn't like the way he's been depicted in the film. What do you say to that?
I think the reality is that we did a lot of research, spoke to a lot of people, I've seen a lot of footage, and what we show in the film is like an honest representation of all of our research and everything that we found. It would be remiss of us not to show what was going on around Amy, where people were making decisions that were not necessarily the best for her.
Yeah. Well, this is what surprised me the most. The amount of footage you had. Yes, I expected a lot of performance footage and maybe some behind the scenes that was filmed by her record label. I never expected so much personal home video footage. One, for you to get access to it, and two, that Amy was actually recording most of her life.
Yeah, it just is a kind of quirk of fate, and the people around Amy at that moment in time, a lot of them had their own personal cameras. This really precedes the iPhone.
Yeah.
So it was like mini DV cameras or VHS cameras or recordable DVD cameras, and people were just filming stuff because it was a laugh. It wasn't because it might be used one day for any particular purpose. There's a real intimacy, I guess, that comes from this material.
I loved that you were able to get her family and friends on board because a lot of her closest, like her best friends from when she was younger, after the funeral, they'd sort of made a pact between each other going, no, we are never going to tell Amy's story. How did you get them to change their mind, and why didn't... I liked the fact that you didn't use them on screen. All we heard were their voices.
So it took a while to get anyone to speak to us because of this pact and because they were all in pain, really. More so than the pact. They were suffering and they were angry and certain people felt guilty, and there was a lot of finger-pointing. Really, it was Nick Szymanski, her first manager, was the first person who spoke to us, and he opened up, and once he opened up, it felt like he had to talk, he had a lot to say, and he had lots of personal footage of Amy performing. And then Nick really was the person that put me in touch with Juliet and Lauren, her two childhood friends who grew up together. And they, again, had never spoken to anyone. So when you hear their voices, it's very raw.
Yeah.
You can hear the emotion in there. And they had lots of personal footage. So really, those three are the key characters during the story.
What for you was the most surprising thing you learnt about Amy Winehouse?
I think, honestly, her humour. I really think she's very funny. And that footage when she's showing her mate around the flat, in Mallorca was hilarious. And when we saw that, I remember just thinking, I really like this girl.
Most people would not group Amy Winehouse and Princess Diana in the same category, right? But after
I'm sure Amy wouldn't want to.
But you know what? After watching this, I'm thinking, when will the media ever learn? Do you think we're going to learn something from this and start making changes at the way we treat people? Because at the end of the day, Amy was a human being.
Yeah, I'm a daydreamer. I mean, when we were making the film, I was sort of hoping that maybe the film will make a difference and at least make people think before they do it again. And so far, what's happened is a lot of the journalists who are in the story or who did photograph Amy or who wrote about her, that all of them have sort of come back and said the film has made them think. They felt a bit guilty about what they do. So you never know. Maybe it will make a slight difference. I don't know. You can never tell, but I hope so.
It is brilliant to hear that, and I think, fingers crossed, it will make a difference. As I said at the beginning, congratulations on such a stunning film that does portray Amy in a way we've never seen her before and also makes us think.
Thank you. Great talking to you.
Okay. Plan B with Sarina Bellissimo. Your weekend fix.
Number one for music and entertainment.
Spin 103.8.